ICRT, FM 100, Taipei, Taichung, and Kaohsiung. Your news, Taiwan and the world.
Good morning, it's 10 o'clock. I'm Thomas Walk. President Chen Shui-bian and Premier Su Zhen-chang are set to visit the headquarters of Advanced Semiconductor Engineering Corporation in Kaohsiung County. The rare dual visit by Taiwan's two most powerful political figures comes amid reports that the U.S.-based Carlyle Equity Group plans to take over Taiwan's largest semiconductor testing and packaging company. Commentators are speculating that the two political heavyweights might make important policy announcements today when they arrive at the company's headquarters, but cabinet spokesman Cheng Wen-zhan is keeping a low profile on the visit. If the Carlyle Group succeeds in acquiring ACE, also the largest semiconductor testing company in the world, Taiwan might see the company move its headquarters overseas. Former China Trust Financial Holding Company Vice Chairman Jeffrey Gu Jr. has been placed on the wanted list by the Taipei Public Prosecutor's Office for ignoring his court summons. Jeffrey Gu Jr. has been subpoenaed repeatedly to answer questions about his company's illegal handling of an investment in rival company Mega Financial. Gu resigned his vice chairmanship on November 24th after having ignored 3 subpoenas without a valid excuse. Prosecutors also tried twice to detain him, but failed in both attempts. The businessman is the suspected mastermind behind China Trust's illegal transactions in an attempt to acquire larger rival Mega Financial. His whereabouts are currently unknown. The wanted list will remain valid for more than 25 years. Taiwan's National Freeway Bureau says it will step up a crackdown on using the hard shoulder on freeways to overtake slower vehicles. Bureau officials say that according to newly revised regulations, the fine for using the hard shoulder to overtake cars will be between 3,000 and 6,000 NT. The new regulations were prompted by the accident that saw Taichung Mayor Jason Hu's wife seriously injured when returning from a campaign trip to Kaohsiung. In the accident, Jason Hu's minivan was sideswiped by a car that was trying to overtake it using the hard shoulders of the freeway. Traffic police say that use of shoulder violations account for roughly 7% of all violations and seriously impact freeway safety. Jason Hu's wife, who had her left forearm and spleen removed after the accident, is still in a coma. New Zealand Prime Minister Helen Clark says Fiji's president has dissolved parliament and sanctioned the removal of elected Prime Minister Laisenia Karase. Clark told the New Zealand Parliament today, "I have been advised this morning that the President of Fiji has acted outside his constitutional powers and supported the removal of the Democratic Prime Minister by the military." Military Commander Frank Bainimarama has repeatedly threatened to topple Karase's government, which won a second 5-year term in May. Bainimarama claims Karase is corrupt. An England-sized swath of Amazon rainforest has been placed under government protection, linking forest preserves across 4 South American nations in a state infamous for violent conflicts between loggers, ranchers, and environmentalists. The protected areas will link to existing reserves to form a vast preservation corridor eventually stretching into neighboring Guyana, Suriname, and French Guiana. The area contains more than 25% of the world's remaining humid tropical forests and the last greatest unpolluted freshwater reserves in the American tropics. However, it's far from clear how much the new reserves will do to stall Amazon destruction, since most of the deforestation is taking place along the rainforest's southern border. Health advocates, food lovers, and the worldwide restaurant industry are closely watching New York City, where the Board of Health is poised to approve the first ban on trans fats in the U.S. The proposal up for a vote is expected to include a slight compromise after officials sifted through hundreds of public comments and heard strong opposition from restaurants about the timeline for phasing out the artificial oils. Health experts consider trans fats a major contributor to heart disease. The original plan would have given the city's eateries 6 months to replace cooking oils and shortening, and 18 months to eliminate trans fats altogether. The desert winds blamed for stoking a destructive wildfire in California have diminished, easing the threat from the flames to the Southern Californian cities where the blaze gutted 5 homes. The fire blackened about 39 square kilometers, but the remaining homes in hilly Ventura County, northwest of Los Angeles, are safe. The so-called Santa Ana winds had earlier gusted as high as 80 kilometers per hour. The improving weather allowed aircraft to join more than 800 firefighters battling the flames. In the Taiwan forecast for today, mostly cloudy with localized rain in the north, highs at 23 degrees. Mostly fair in the center and south, highs at 26 and 28. Mostly cloudy with brief rain in the east, highs at 28. Current temperatures are 21 degrees in Taipei, 24 in Taichung, 25 in Kaohsiung, and 24 in Taidong. That's the ICRT News at 10. I'm Thomas Walk.